Welcome back. How you doing there? Today, we're looking at the SIMDID WRC paddle shifter. This is how I have it mounted. The kit has plenty of options to mount this thing. You know, there's different bar lengths, there's different attachments. You can flip the paddle upside down and then, you know, mount it on the left or the right. I got it positioned pretty well, actually. This thing is amazing. Feels great. Sounds great. A lot of people don't understand what this shifter is. They're like, why would you want only one paddle shifter when you could have two, one on each side? From a specific period of time, I think it was like 3 or 4 years, something like that. For those specific years, it was mandatory that the top competing cars had a single paddle shifter for both shifting up and down. But the benefits of a stationary paddle shifter are mostly for drifting and rally. Disciplines that force you to constantly move the wheel and make adjustments, big adjustments. When you have a paddle shifter that's connected to the wheel when it rotates, it's a problem if you have to let go of the wheel. So if you're driving a car with 900 degrees of rotation or more, or maybe even like 700, you want a paddle shifter that's stationary because you literally will lose it otherwise. You know that saying, I'd lose my own ass if it wasn't attached to me? Same thing. Even at the very edge, you can still shift, right? You don't necessarily want to shift up there, but you can. At the very bottom, at the very top. This is the aluminum version. You know, there is a carbon fiber version. But yeah, there are benefits to a stationary paddle shifter. I use 900 degrees of rotation, so it should be right up my alley. Here we go.
Go into 3 left over crest and 2 right, 30, square left. 40, 6 left over crest, opens, and left over jump, slowing into 2 right, 40, 6 right over crest, and 6 left, slowing, 70. Turn hairpin right, unseen, and 6 left into slide right, and 4 left, 30, 2 right, 40. Small
Function
crest.
just as intended. Feels good. Very satisfying. Definitely a unique experience. You know, if you're not used to a push-pull paddle shifter, you're gonna have to get used to it. It's a big change, but it feels really good. And after you get used to it, which I haven't gotten used to it yet, you know, I tried the SimLab one, and it was awesome as well. Decent price, but this is an even better price. So if you're interested in probably the most affordable push-pull paddle shifter on the market, you're looking at it right here. And I think the smaller version is a bit cheaper, actually. I think you can get it for like $100 on AliExpress, something like that. I'll put the links in there. But yeah, really satisfying, cool sound too. Like it's not a sound that you're kind of used to hearing. It's got kind of a clank to it, real nice. A negative aspect of the paddle shifter that I don't like, the screws that are used to hold the actual paddle shifter, those screws, the heads are really small on them. To SIMDID, that's probably my only complaint about the unit, because it works great. They're Hall effect sensors, and it's modeled after the actual size from the WRC version, from what I know, from what I was told. I'm not sure, because I've never actually used one of those to compare it against, but if you have space issues, if you have wallet issues, this is like one of the cheapest shifters that's high quality, honestly. And if you don't already have built-in paddle shifters, it gives you a different level of connection to the car. You know, it doesn't feel as... When you have steering wheel mounted paddle shifters, it kind of steals all the fun of shifting away from you. This one is still engaging because you need to make sure your hand is in an appropriate position to actually shift, and you actually have to move differently than you would with regular paddle shifters. It just makes you feel a little bit more engaged with the vehicle. It's nice. Yeah, I really dig this paddle shifter. It would be hard to go wrong with this. Have a good day. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.